Jim, another 90 minutes in the legs ahead of the League Cup group stages starting on Saturday. What were your observations on that one?
I thought it was a really good game actually. We knew it was going to be competitive, a real step up in quality without being disrespectful to Queen of the South and East Fife, who we played recently. But that was always the plan throughout the pre-season, that we were going to play lesser opposition at the start and then gradually build it up, and we've done that. East Fife, Queen of the South, a slight step up, and then obviously Motherwell being a Premier League team, another step up. So lots of positives for us to take from it in terms of the overall shape of the team. Lots of things that we've worked on in the last 3 weeks in terms of our organisation, the discipline within the structure of the team, how we want to go and press teams high up the pitch and be aggressive, and what the shape of the team looks like behind that. And I thought, we denied Motherwell space and we denied them any time on the ball throughout the course of the game. The goal, obviously, that we conceded, we're very disappointed with. I think that was one of the rare occasions in the first half where we actually did lose a bit of balance. We were on the attack and had committed a number of bodies forward and ended up getting ourselves done on the counter-attack. But it's something for us to look at and go back over with the players when we come back in for training and address that and make sure that we learn from it. But in terms of the physical aspect of the game, loads in the legs in terms of the fitness, but we're now really starting to hone in on the tactical element of it, and it was really good performance. Disappointed not to score a goal of our own. We had some good passages of play in both halves, and lots for us to build on.
You mentioned the emphasis on that press from the front, and I guess that's maybe going to be a bit more important this season where you're playing championship sides who are maybe not as confident building from the back, and we can force turnovers up the pitch.
Yeah, I mean that is the whole idea. That's why you go after teams higher up the pitch, because you're hoping to try and win possession closer to the opposition goal. Not every team that we play against in the championship will play that way. But I think a number of the teams will. I watched Inverness doing it last year. Queen's Park are very big on trying to play out from the back. Even in the League Cup group stages that we're going into, obviously, Partick being in our league are a very good footballing team. Falkirk under John McGlynn, try to play total football. So there's a real emphasis on the work rate and the intensity of the press at the top end from the forward players, and then the back lads need to come up with that. We're trying to get every element of the game in there. We're working really hard at St Andrews on the training pitch, making sure that we get that organisation, and just the most important thing at this time of the season is that the players buy into what you're asking them to do. They learn their own specific roles within the team, and if they do that, then we give ourselves a very good chance of keeping clean sheets. Jack Walton played the first 45 minutes, and apart from pick the ball out of the back of the net, had very little to do, which is credit to the guys in front of him. And then when Jack Newman played the second 45, it was very similar. Jack Newman made one save in the second half from a free kick. Other than that, Motherwell I don't think have had a shot on target. So I think that's credit to the shape and the organisation of the team. And if we can keep clean sheets next season in the league that we're going into, then I fully believe with the talent and the quality that we've got in the forward areas that we will score goals. So we want to be a very good defensive team, but of course we want to be also a team that goes and scores goals and entertains our fans. So trying to get the balance right between that is the most important thing.
It also gives us a chance to see two of the new lads in action. Jack Walton made a good save in the first half, albeit it was offside, and Ollie Denham looked comfortable with his feet. Struck up a good partnership with Kevin Holt, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guys only met the group yesterday, so it's been pretty quick turnaround from the training session yesterday to then going straight into an 11v11 game. But I thought they both handled it really well. That's why we pushed to get the game here at Tannadice, because we wanted to get the 5 new recruits familiarised with the stadium and with the dressing room and playing out there on the pitch. We didn't want their first time playing here being a competitive game against Partick Thistle in the Cup. So it was a very worthwhile exercise. We got all of the aspects that we were looking for in terms of the physical side of it and the tactical element as well. And I thought it was some really good individual performances, but more importantly for me, collectively as a team, we looked very organised.
I know every manager always says they're always looking to strengthen, but is there any area in particular that you're looking to bolster ahead of the game on Saturday?
Well, listen, Tony Watt is making great progress. And Tony's going to be a big player for us this season, whether he plays centrally as the striker or, he likes to play on the left-hand side as well, drifting in. But I do think the forward area is an area that we do need to strengthen. We've got young Rory McLeod and Miller Thompson who both played a half each today, and they've both got their own individual qualities, but I don't think either of them would mind me saying that they're not that physical number 9 striker like we had in Stephen Fletcher last season. So I think that is definitely something that we need to look at, and we are continuously, between myself and Luigi, the chief exec, we're working tirelessly behind the scenes to try and find that right type of player. We could have signed a number of players in that position, but we want to make sure the one that we brings in is of real quality, not only going to be able to hold the ball up and win his aerial battles, but also someone who's going to be able to go and get on the end of crosses and put the ball in the back of the net.
Just finally, I know we've already mentioned the game on Saturday, but it's sometimes a competition that some teams disrespect, and United fans aren't very keen on that, but I know you yourself are adamant that this is a competition that we're going to be taking very seriously. Oh,
without a doubt. I mean, look, it's League Cup. It's an opportunity for us to get through to the last 16 if we win the group. It's a tournament that I've always taken seriously at every club that I've been at, and I've been very fortunate to get out of the group stages on pretty much every occasion. Been to the semi-final on a couple of occasions as well, which is always a great day out for the fans. So yeah, I mean, look, we're even in these friendly games, we don't treat them as friendlies. We don't call them friendlies, albeit that's what they go down as on paper. But every game we play and we treat it as a competitive game, and Saturday will be no different. We can't underestimate Spartans. They're a good side. They try and play some good football. It's going to be different surroundings maybe to what we're used to, a bit of a smaller pitch, AstroTurf pitch. But we need to make sure we're in the right mindset when we go there. The onus is going to be on us to take the game to them. We're going to be heavy favourites going into it. But I always believe this group stage of this competition always gives you a good platform to build from. It gives you an opportunity to get some confidence into the players and to gain some momentum before you start the league campaign.